Welcome back to Moneyline Plus. I hope you had a great summer because I know I did, and now I'm ready to get back to the money, okay? Basketball ended a couple months ago, and now it's time to focus on the NFL. I wanted to wait a week to kind of get a feel for the teams and see how they were playing against each other. And so now I'm ready to bring you some picks for week 2. So before we dive into it, please like and subscribe to these videos because your boy's trying to go places, okay? Now, I have 2 games for you today that I'm picking the spreads on. Now, I have a lot of the other games I do feel comfortable about the winner, like the Packers versus the Lions. Even though it's a divisional game, the Packers I feel like are going to win that one, but I can't take 11.5 points, especially a divisional game. And then the Bucks versus the Falcons. I think the Bucks are going to handle business against the Falcons, but I cannot lay 12.5 points. That's just more than 10 points in an NFL game to me is just crazy. So I do have 2 though that I feel comfortable about. So yeah, let's kick off the season right, okay? So the first one for you is the Los Angeles Rams fly to Indy to take on the Colts. The Rams right now are 3.5 point favorites with the over and under is set at 45.5. Now, I think this is going to be another long day for Carson Wentz, okay? The Seahawks last week, they applied plenty of pressure on him to make him feel uncomfortable. And I see that being even worse this week with Aaron Donald and this defensive line. The Colts are pretty banged up right now, especially on the offensive line. Nelson's out with a foot injury, and Eric Fisher is dealing with an Achilles injury. When you add in Jalen Ramsey for the secondary for the Rams, this D-line should have plenty of time to get to Carson Wentz and make him feel uncomfortable, okay? And on the other side of the ball, Matthew Stafford looked great in this offense, looked great with Sean McVay. He threw for 3 touchdowns, 320 yards. He went 20 for 26. No interceptions. That's a great way to start off the season. And I think they're just going to build from here, okay? This, to me, is going to be a rough season for the Colts. They started off with a lot of injuries, and I don't see where a lot of their wins are going to come from. So I'm riding. I think the Rams are going to feed off that today, and I'm riding with the Rams today, minus 3.5. The second game I have for you is the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Ravens in Baltimore. Now, Kansas City, they're 4-point favorites, and the over-under is set at 54. This is going to be the 4th straight season that KC and Baltimore have faced each other, and KC has won the previous 3 times, okay? Baltimore is Lamar Jackson in the regular season is 30-5 overall, and 3 of those 5 losses have come to Kansas City. So when he says that that they are his kryptonite, he means that, all right? Now, the Ravens are going to be home, but again, the Chiefs have won 11 straight road games, and they beat them last year in Baltimore 34-20. Now, Patrick Mahomes has never lost in the month of September. He's 11-0 in September, 35 touchdowns, no interceptions. He starts off the season red hot, and I don't think you should bet against that right now. To make things worse, Baltimore is missing both of their running backs, their starting running backs anyway, J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. And even if they were playing, I don't think it would necessarily make a difference because there's injuries are happening in the Baltimore secondary with their cornerbacks. And that's the last thing you want your weakness to be, your secondary, while you're facing this Kansas City Chiefs team, okay? Now, I love Lamar Jackson, but he's just very limited in what he can do. And he can pass, but he can't pass to keep up with Mahomes. And the Ravens are built to play with the lead. They're not built to come from behind. Even though they did get Sammy Watkins, they just don't have the skilled players to keep up with the Chiefs, quite frankly. So Mahomes is undefeated against Lamar Jackson, and I'm putting my money on him that's going to stay like that. So give me the Chiefs minus 4, all right? So, yeah, those are my 2 plays for week 2 of this NFL season. I'll be back every Sunday morning. I'll upload a video then, and hopefully I'll have a little extra money in my pocket, okay? So, please, thanks for watching, and good luck.